Hello, 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 and welcome to Deadbeats. Session 6? Nani? Have we been doing Motel RP for 2 sessions now? That's crazy. Maybe we'll make it a third. I don't know. See what's up. See what's going on. See what everyone's vibing with. I'm gonna go ahead and mute and say hi to the players. Hello, everyone. How y'all doing today?
Hello.
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 Oh, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Meh, indeed. Meh, indeed. I'm checking out the D&D map. Hotel Arc is my favorite. You know, Hotel Arc has been really good for Deadbeats so far. I think it's been everyone's favorite episodes has been the Deadbeats in the hotel. So we definitely need to do more Hotel RP in the future. I think that I'll add that to the notes over there. All right. Let me zoom in over here. Okay. Oh, hold on. I got up. I have to like burp, but like, okay, there we go. Perfect. It's out. Okay. Checking the notes over here. So last we left off, last session, you guys went over to the local tavern, to the West Grand bar, and to the tavern, where you met up with one of the members of the Lamonto family. Let me check. Deanne Wolfwing, who was very benevolent, very nice and benevolent and great and grateful to Eli, who did not narc or sell out anyone of the Lamonto family while Eli was imprisoned into the vault. And after what seems like a productive conversation, Deanne revealed that they knew that that Logan, there it is, that Logan was in town and invited Eli and Logan to a dinner to meet with one of the heads of the family, Lou. And so with that, you guys have returned back to the motel, where tensions were, needless to say, high. They were pretty high. Some things were being questioned. Some things that were being, tense. I think things are currently a bit tense with the party. Is that fair to say, or with certain members of the party with other people?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't like.
No, I think it's fine.
Meanwhile, Logan is over here, and he's just having a good day. It's just been, nice, relaxing vacation away from Kathos, and Jotun seems to be treating you guys very well. The cold weather has been helping Logan's back out a lot, and it's been nice. It's been really good. Nice balance that he's needed. Let me this one. Okay. So we will begin today's session. Today's session, of course, is the day of the dinner, where you all will be meeting up in the this evening with the Lamonto family, to speak with, the Lamonto family, one of the heads of the Lamonto family, and morning has broke. All of you are well rested. All of you are well fed. I think the only one that may not have been well fed yet is Victor, because I think everyone else had day olds and went to a bakery and ate a whole pie. This one. Oh, I think I realized why we keep calling, or at least in my mind, why we keep calling Jesse Dash. And it's, I don't know why, but Dash Logan sounds like a Star Wars character to me. So it's just, that's just what's been in my, that's just what's been in my head is Dash Logan. So I think that's why that's been there. Anyways, taking a look. Yeah. So, Victor, what has been your? What has been your eating habits? Like, does Victor need to eat? When it comes to being a Dampier, like, what do you typically eat?
He does right now because of the collar.
Okay.
I don't at level 6.
Yeah. Whispers, get me there now.
But until then, I think like maybe his eating habits have kind of come back for the first time in a long time. So he's kind of he's curious about the feeling of hunger, and I think he's kind of willing to like let it ride a little bit. He hasn't really felt like this kind of hunger in a while, and he's kind of confused, but because he's kind of been weakened.
If that is the case, today will be the day that you awaken, and you just feel, because it's been several days at this point, you just feel drained. Like you have, it's almost like you've not forgotten, because as you've explained it before, but I almost feel like there's like, you've never had to eat before. You eat when you want to eat, not because you have to eat. So it's kind of like, it's like a pastime. It's a pleasure to eat
I think
food
you would
and consume.
confused the whole weakening of the collar with hunger, and because he hasn't eaten food of necessity in hundreds of years, that it's kind of like he's confused what the feeling is right now.
Okay, then I will be giving you this. Today will be your first stack of exhaustion, because of your lack of eating over these past few days. You've been getting your rest, but now you're starting to almost wither away a little bit. So you're on exhaustion level 1. You have disadvantage on all ability checks. But you wake up with a pain in your stomach. So I'll start with you, Victor. What do you do?
He's gonna go.
As you wake up, you look over at the door that's been barred by armoires and other mattresses.
I think he'll move away from move his barricade aside, and go towards Logan's room.
Okay. So Logan more than likely is out in the lobby drinking that cup of coffee again, right? Now that day
been down
has
there
broken.
since 4:30 in the morning.
That's what I'm saying. He's just chilling out.
Go down
Okay. I do like this one though.
If he knocks on my door, he would do it.
Yeah. Karis, you hear a knock at the door.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
Oh,
Rum, sparkly hands.
All right. Karis definitely would have been chilling and just enjoying the solitude, but grumble a little bit at the knock, but promptly get up and open the door.
As you open the door, you're greeted to Victor.
What is your name again? Karis, is that right?
Yeah. Did you need something?
Is Logan in? I believe the collar is having some strange side effects.
You will notice, Karis, that his face seems more gaunt than usual.
Karis tilts her head. I mean, Logan hasn't been in for a while. Are you all right? How are you feeling?
What a painful pit in my stomach. Probably nothing. Just a little bit weakened down. Getting used to this whole needing to rest sort of thing.
Needing to rest? What kind of pit?
I had a sharp pain. Kind of. I don't know. It's hard to describe. Perhaps you've never felt this kind of pain before. It feels like my stomach is hurting.
Have you eaten anything today?
And as you say that, Karis, your stomach pangs in hunger.
Of course. Why would I do that? I don't have to eat. Not often, anyway.
When's the last time you ate?
Sorry, I don't know why I found that funny.
When did we leave
500
again?
years ago?
I think I dabbled in something a week or so ago. For the flavor.
Karis will just stare at him, just like, what the fuck? She'll kind of rub her head a little bit and come out of the room. Guess we're getting breakfast. Come on then.
Well, there's no need.
There is need. It's been a week, you said?
Aye, but I've gone longer, of course. I've got a very good metabolism, you see. Little food goes a
Metabolism
long
wouldn't
way.
help a week without eating. Come on. Let's go. Breakfast.
Fine.
Just for funsies, can you roll a deception check at a disadvantage, Joe?
Yep.
As you try to lie your way through why you don't need to eat, but the hunger that pains you. Ah,
That
5.
is a natural 1.
So I'm gonna say, if you don't mind me taking the wheel here for a second, like as you're trying to explain away why you don't need, you're like muttering, you're just like in your mind, you feel like you're just saying this most elegant thing because your words are like silk, but like to the eyes of Karis right now, you're just like, I don't need, I know, I'm fine. It's
Yeah.
metabolism is just so, it's very good.
You sneeze and your damp ear form comes out for a split.
He sneezes and his shirt just magically unbuttons somehow.
Oh no.
Summer.
Do you need
those hands?
too?
30 seconds.
Where did those hands come from?
I like that Summer said that and
Quite a
then
lot of
immediately
thingies,
muted
sir.
herself. Like immediately.
Dude, I'm getting like spammed with like spam calls right now. I'm sorry. I gotta
it's-
stay muted or else you
No,
hear my desk
it's all good.
rumble.
It's all good. It's all good. It's
It's
funny.
been 3 in a row, dude.
It's fine.
We're
It's
in a
fun.
hotel. That's good ambience.
Yeah.
All you ever hear is that phone ring at the reception.
Yeah. So yeah, you just kind of like mutter an excuse, and you can just see on Karis's face she's not buying it.
Fine. Breakfast it is.
Good. You seem crankier this way.
What
Let's
is
go.
what's good to eat in this time?
Protein. Get some eggs in you. Some bacon. I don't know. What do you like?
I don't know.
A little bit of everything then. All right. We can make that work. Come
Very
on.
well. Gonna go with.
Okay. Just making sure that we've got credits in Karis's pocket, which there are. Okay, as you guys go downstairs over to the lobby where you can bulk up and get that protein. Oh, Piper, are you in Piper form or Hellebore form?
He was asleep, so he's zombie.
Same though.
I think it's this one.
I'm a zombie when I wake up.
There it is. You wake up on the floor, I'd imagine. No, you're at the end of
He's sleeping on the
Dash's
end of my
bed.
bed.
Me and Dash
Yeah.
were having sleepover.
Yeah.
Eli, what do you do when you wake up? Are you also an early riser, would you say?
Probably. I am putting the finishing touches on the thing I made.
Ooh, the thing you made. And what is? Would you like to describe what you have made, or do you hide it away?
No, I would have made no attempts to hide it, as I've been working on it through the previous evening, and I guess maybe through the night if it takes it long. I don't know. But
Okay.
it is a doll made out of wood. There was metal at his workstation, the makeshift workstation, but if it's in the doll, you can't see it. It has points of articulation. It's very crude though. It's a rush job, and it's not quite as detailed as it probably would be if he had more time. but it looks like a very crude children's doll.
Okay. Would you like to reveal its purpose or keep that to yourself?
I'd keep it to myself for now.
Okay. Can you message me if this doll has anything special to it?
Sure.
Thank you. All right. So yeah, you would have finished that throughout the evening, and Dash, you wake up fully rested, good to go.
Yep.
With Hellebore, who does not look like Piper anymore, but looks like that undead form at the foot of your bed.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
Got zombie boy over there. Got creepy doll over there.
Mhm.
Dash is feeling good. Yeah, this feels right. Yeah, I mean, Dash typically wakes up early, not fucking 4:30 in the morning, sitting downstairs with a coffee mad at everybody early, but like, you know, maybe like 6 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you know the vibe you're trying to give off, or even play.
Caddy much.
Bad boy Dash. Oh my God, so grumpy. So grumpy in the morning. Okay. So as you guys are getting up, Victor and Karis, you guys would go downstairs, probably to the motel cafe. Karis, a simple credit will be all that you need to get yourself a well-fed meal for yourself as well as Victor.
Is that one for both or one each?
One each for both of you. So one.
Yeah.
One credit for the both of you.
Okay. Yeah, she'd pick up his tab, and I imagine that Karis
Are you going simple or are you going extravagant? Are you going fancy with your meal, or are you just doing like the bare essentials? Eggs and toast.
I think Karis would try to get a little bit of everything. Karis just like wants to make sure that everyone's fed and strong. So she'd
Gotcha.
probably go a little bit more hefty than that.
Okay then. I'm gonna go ahead and reduce 5 credits then, as you go ahead and order the entire breakfast menu. And yeah, you guys would receive a platter of just eggs, lamb, goat, ham, it looks like a feast.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you're just like, bulk up, let's go.
Look, I'm okay with it. I was expecting like your typical like continental breakfast, you know, like a little bowl of cereal and like some bacon and eggs and like the, you know.
Oh, if you want basic, you can.
Yogurt.
I'll say if you want basic.
No, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. It's
All right.
just, it's not what I was expecting.
Giant platter of all the breakfast meats.
All right. Yep. Karis is going for it. Let's go. Let's go.
The waiter will also come out and say, we have a special on frozen eggs, if you're interested.
Frozen eggs?
Yes, if you take a bite of it, it's almost like biting into an apple. It's a good source of protein.
Protein? How much?
Oh, he looks at the giant plate. I suppose I could toss in 2 if you'd like.
For free?
Yeah.
Good man. Do it.
All right. He will then return with what appears to be 2 hard-boiled eggs. But as he taps the eggs on the plate, the shells of the eggs just fall right onto the plate. As you see these oval, just almost silky yellowish orbs, just fall on the plate, like little rocks.
Huh.
And this is what you would eat.
I mean, not typically this specifically. She's kind of raising an eyebrow at the egg, but she'll motion to everything else and be like, "This is, consider it a sampler. Try some things. Figure out what you like."
He's gonna look down What cutlery are they be given?
I mean, it's just it looks like, you know, fine sterling, but it is extremely simple, just cheap forks, and it's imitation.
Not decent silverware. A limited supply of silverware. We just meant to use the same fork for all of the various meats. Seems uncultured.
Welcome to the real world, friend.
I preferred mine. Cutting into some of it. Ugh.
It is
grotesque, isn't it? That's before he eats it.
Yeah.
Such a primitive thing, don't you think? How have we not surpassed this? All this shard technology, and we still have to pick the products of other organic matter just to survive. Seems like a weakness.
It is what it is. Can be a weakness, can be a blessing. All I know is that it gives us strength, which you also need. Clearly.
Unfortunately. He's gonna take a bite, but it's kind of like a child eating vegetables. It's kind of like slow kind of bites. And he kind of swallows it like as a whole chunk.
Joe, I'll let you decide how it tastes.
I think he would definitely, like, I think it would be, like, incredible. But at the same time, he's built up a disgust in his mind that food is such a primitive, like, animalistic thing. And he's above it. That he's, like, thinks it's disgusting in his mind. So he's kind of like, ugh.
It's like putting a like a blanket or a pillow in your mouth. You don't really taste anything. Yeah. You're just like, why am I swallowing this?
It's just it's like he knows it's good, but he doesn't like the idea of it. So he's like, let's just get this over with, shall we?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you here, Curtis? On this mission, I mean.
It's a job.
Are you usually good at this kind of investigative work?
Quite. Usually. You know, varies from job to job, but I like to think that I have my place.
Do you think your place is above and beyond your physique? Or that you're only brought along because of your capabilities? Physically?
For me, it usually doesn't matter. If they want my thoughts, I'll give my thoughts. If they want my strength, I'll give my strength. But I mean, as long as I'm doing something.
Aye. Keeping active is important. And what do you think of Logan?
Ha! Logan's a snake. But he's the head of this mission, so no choice in the matter, but we'll see how it goes.
Often, those who are more capable have a harder time finding level ground with those who are not used to this sort of thing. I imagine that over the course of things, Logan will start to see some leeway between his personality traits and your own and the others. I imagine his, how would you put it, hard-ass exterior, persona. I imagine this is just a shell. Probably built of insecurities and whatnot. He'll become nicer as the time goes on, I imagine. As long as we survive this meeting we go to.
Maybe you're right, but we'll have to see. Met plenty of people who are just hard-ass through and through. So we'll see whether Logan's that, or someone decent.
I believe underneath it, there is someone decent. Or I'd like to believe there is. Besides, there's plenty of indecent folk in our little outing here.
Fair enough.
That fire thing back on the ship.
Uh-huh.
Gave me away, didn't it?
You damn right it did.
Couldn't help
It
myself.
was bold, I'll give you that.
I want to assure you, our goals likely line up. I just take a different method.
Well, as long as our goals line up, then I don't see a reason to go against each other. I just want to make sure that this job goes well. And
As
if you
do
can
I.
help, then hell, I'm buying you breakfast, aren't I?
And as primitive as the whole ordeal is, I do appreciate that.
Maybe I'll learn to like it. You know, like how I might learn to like Logan.
Maybe. Maybe. But if it is as likely as I am to learn to like this food, then it might take a long time.
Then we are fucked, my friend.
Then we are fucked. But I do mean in all seriousness. This is the first time anyone has done something for me without a motive. Unless you have one, in which case I've misread you. And you're far cleverer than I thought.
Not that clever. I just want everyone to be healthy and strong. I might come off a bit brash and stubborn, but I'm in it for everyone's sake, you know? I just want everyone to be all right.
How noble. He's gonna go back to eating.
All right.
Karis too.
So you guys finish your meal. No longer hungry. Your exhaustion level is removed, Victor.
Woohoo!
And yeah. Anyone do anything else before you gather up in the lobby in the morning? All right.
Nope.
So. What?
Nothing. I'm just laughing because I realized just now that this entire show is going to be weeks of Joe seducing all of our characters. I know what this is now. I know what this show is.
I understand. I understand now. Joe's the deadbeat. I get it now.
Soon to be deadbeat father.
Oh my god. All right. So as you all gather up in the lobby, Logan seemingly drinking the same cup of coffee, or may have been several at this point in time. I think, Logan, you've been eating the day olds, which comes with the room, which means, yeah, you're good to go. Yeah, you guys gather up early in the morning. Is there anything that you guys would be doing before the dinner tonight? Anywhere in town you'd like to go? Anything that you guys want to say or talk to each other about or research or do? Because if not, then we're gonna fast forward.
Let's do it.
All
I
right.
give Eugene a manicure.
Okay. Roll a roll a sleight of hand, please. Google's eyebrows.
Boo! Boo this man!
Hey! Professional DM. Professional DM. There you go. Hey, that's pretty good. Thumbs
Eugene
up.
looks spiffy.
Thumbs up. Anyways. All right. So if that is all that you will be doing, then evening falls over the land of Jotun. I'm gonna go ahead and do this so that I can go ahead and do all right. You all were to meet. Any special plans or anything like that, or are you guys just going to the meeting place right away? Like anything that you guys are setting up before then?
No, let's go.
Pretty prepared,
I don't
aren't we?
think
Yeah.
so.
Let's do this shit.
we can't stay in the hotel for another day. We gotta get there.
You see an inn that right before you,
Let's
blocking
go,
the tunnel. In the inn, quickly! Victor rips his shirt off. We gotta go to the inn.
God damn it.
So as you guys approach over to the Valder tunnel, you will see a prot, kind of like cross your path, cross your direction. Yeah, he's just walking by you, and as you, I'll just kind of do this. Yeah, so you kind of see this prot just walking by you, passing by, not even addressing you or looking forward. You would arrive over at the Valder tunnel, saying that you were going to meet someone that would let you inside. And as you walk through the tunnel, fairly faintly lit by lanterns, while the temperature itself is frigid and freezing cold, you will see over on the west side what seems like a tremble within the wall, only to see that the wall keeps shifting, and then it opens up into a masonry tunnel, and you will see one of the an individual wearing a suit and a fine fur coat will look over, and he'll be like, "Right this way, Eli."
Do I recognize him?
No, you don't. But that's because there's like there's a variety of, there's a variety of people that work for the family, so you're not going to recognize all of them. And you guys will then walk into the tunnel.
This guy looks like a sleazy little shit.
How
I
dare
like
you.
his coat. I want it.
His coat is cool.
Okay. Let me make sure that I've got your tokens placed here. It's been a matter of a couple of weeks. IRL. I'm loading the map. I'm loading the map. I'm loading the map. Okay. We're still paused, right? Okay, perfect. Anyways, as mentioned before, the wall itself will close and shift behind you. And as you all walk in, you'll immediately see Dean, who walks forward, and this guy will walk past. Dean offers out a hand over to Eli.
He'll shake.
Any sort of dietary restrictions we need to worry about with you or your friends? He says with a smile to everyone.
Will he be serving food?
He slowly nods. That was the plan. And then he looks past Eli and stares directly at Logan. Logan, what's your general demeanor right now?
Just surveying the area. I would actually love to do some sort of insight roll just to, detective scan the place.
Feel free.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So as you look around, the general demeanor, no one is showing a sign of deception. Like no one seems to be on nerves that like they're about to plot to do something. But there is a general unease, like a hope that the this night goes well, but in understanding that it can go very poorly at any moment. So just a general apprehension, I suppose, is what's happening right here. So Deanne doesn't say anything to Logan, but you do notice that he kind of like looks at Logan directly for a few seconds, but tries not to like lock eyes before he goes, oh. Anyways, don't want to keep the boss waiting. And he will walk forward. You all are free to walk around at this point. If there's anything out of the ordinary that you'd like to do while you're walking, please let me know. As you'll see, Dean will go over to the end of the hallway to wait for you guys.
The entrance is right like here, right?
Yep. You'll actually see a small lever over here that opens up the tunnel.
Do we need to follow them in? Is that like our plan no matter what, is we're just going in?
There is an expectation that, you know, he's like, because he is like this way and now he's waiting to escort you over to the dining room, but you're free to do whatever you want.
Sure. I mean, for now I'll hang back.
Okay. By hang back, you mean walk down the hall or like hang back like over in that room?
Like, I mean, the furthest back of everyone. So as the group moves, I'll just stay like two spaces back.
Gotcha. Okay. Sounds good. Anyone doing anything out of the ordinary while you guys are walking down the hallway?
What's this lady doing that's in the hallway with us?
She seems to be in sort of like she's studious. She's essentially being a guard or a sentry. Since this is the entryway to whatever this location is current, you know, whatever this location is, it's good to make sure that door always stays closed unless people are invited in. So even as you look at her, she won't focus her attention to you.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. And yeah, you'll as you walk over, you'll see the fork in the hallway. Deanne will continue to move north. And you guys are following?
Yeah, I'd keep up appearances.
Okay. Then I will move you all over there. You guys will continue to move north. And, yeah, Deanne will go ahead and give a smile before he opens the door and walks in. You all follow behind, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, at least I do.
Yeah. All right. As you walk in, the room itself seems to be well guarded. And sitting at the head of the table is an elderly woman with a nice feathery coat and a suit jacket, just like everyone else. It's safe to assume that this is Lou. You'll see Deanne move over and kind of lean over and whisper over to Lou. Lou whispers something back, and then she'll extend an arm. Oh, come in. You're free to sit wherever you want. Make yourself comfortable, dears.
Victor's gonna lean towards Dash and say, "It would be rude if you didn't sit next to her."
You're really gonna say that to an AFK person?
Is she AFK?
How dare you? Yes, she's AFK.
I didn't know.
She'd do it. You know she would.
Okay. Oh yeah, and I see. Yeah, so Dodger's AFK and.
I'm back. I can't move though. The game is paused for me.
Oh yeah, I paused it for now. I just paused it real quick.
Can I, while we're waiting, can I do a quick scan to figure out if there are any, you know, like, boy, this is a weird, like any bulges for weapons that they might like be concealing or anything like that?
Yeah, so you're just looking for like concealed weapons.
Yeah, just to make sure that we're safe.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, feel free to make an investigation check.
When you do this, Jesse, I want you to do like a Max Payne voiceover.
I looked over their bodies, searching for any mysterious bulges. I definitely saw you.
Them.
Unfortunately, that was an insight check, and I needed an investigation
Oh shit!
check.
Well, what I meant was
I apologize.
I investigated.
Ooh.
I saw no bulges. Not a
Scented
one.
perfume distracted me.
So with an 8, yes, they are all concealing weapons. You don't know
never
what kind of
mind.
weapons, but it is safe to assume that everyone has a weapon concealed at any time.
These men were armed and dangerous.
Oh, Dodge is back. Anyways, yeah, go ahead and do the thing that you said, Joe. You want to do that again?
I lean across the dash and I say, "You should sit at the back." No, I'm kidding. I lean across the dash and I said, "It'd be impolite if you didn't sit next to her."
If what?
You should sit next to her.
Next to who?
Kind of gestures to the end of the table.
Oh, yeah. So while all was happening, Dodger, you
Yeah,
were-
sorry, I missed quite a bit.
Oh no, you're good. You went inside. You walked through the hallway. Saw that there were a bunch of armed men and women everywhere. And as you walked in, you were greeted by what you safe to assume is one of the heads of the family. That this is Lou, and she motions you fall, and she's just like, oh, pleasure to meet each and every one of you. Please sit. Feel free to make yourselves comfortable. Anywhere you wish.
Okay, I will insight check.
Okay.
This insight check I'm gonna say is Dash trying to perceive what everybody else think, like if anybody else is moving to start sitting in that direction.
Okay.
Come on, bud.
Roller.
Come on, what's happening?
Are you rolling from
Oh, no, I was rolling from, hold on.
Then you can, there it is.
A 10.
All right. So as I'd like to say, as Dash stands there, you can see the wheels turning in Dash's head as he's literally frozen in thought.
Dash freezes up.
What is the rest of you doing?
I'll walk over here and grab Dash's hand, and I'll just come over here and sit, and I'll pat the chair next to me.
Yeah, Dash, you just kind of get pulled along while you're still thinking, by the way. And as you're like placed to sit down, you're still thinking.
Yeah, if Piper comes and sits down there, Dash will kind of like
Piper will look at Lou and then look at his own hair, and he's gonna be like, "Did I make a statement? Or is this just the look of dying?"
Do you say that out loud?
No, this is like all in his head.
Oh, okay.
And then he looks at her braid, and he looks at his braid, and he's like, "Wow, I did make a statement."
Yes.
I
So
cannot
when you-
get this to work.
It's when you go to click. So as you're holding down left mouse button.
Yeah, so as
You
you're
hold
dragging your token, then hold shift, and then when you release that, it'll be placed off the map.
So hold down first, left click, and then hold down shift.
It's a little more complicated. All right. So
Victor.
Oh my god, it works. Thank you. Fuck.
We put Logan in the worst position.
yes.
Why are you gonna move?
Are you gonna sit, boss?
Is he gonna do the end table?
Logan, where are you gonna sit? Oh,
Yeah.
the power play.
Oh.
Dash will go, oh, I should have sat over there.
So as amazing, this is gonna be great. As you all go to sit, you see as Logan is walking to the closest chair to sit, Lou gives a wry smile, and she will extend a hand to Logan. Fearless, dear boy.
He looks down at it and shakes and gives her a smile in return, but doesn't say anything.
She'll nod. It's like, you're earning points. You're already earning points. Congratulations. The dinner's going so well. Jesse, this is the dinner scene from Final Fantasy VI with the Empire. Every interaction you have right now, I'm just adding points and reducing points. And you'll get like a nice little prize at the end if you... I'm kidding, of course. It's a Final Fantasy VI joke. Anyways.
I hope you know that I wish that was the case.
I know, me too, but
he's not joking.
Here we are. I know.
The music's already going in my head. I'm ready. We have to get up and walk away, and if we go to the toilet, we get a bonus scene. Yeah, I know what happens.
I know.
My God.
So she'll nod and she'll turn over to Eli immediately. You've never met Lou before, Eli. So she will stand up and just sort of reach over the table to extend a hand and say, and this must be one of our finest tinkerers, or what was going to be. Hello, Eli. She'll extend a hand out.
He'll shake.
Eli, I know the wolf here has formally apologized on our behalf as a family, but I do want to let you know that you being sentenced to the vault is well, it was an unfortunate incident. We will right the wrongs, but I'm glad that you're here now. And then she will nod over to you. And especially want to thank you for keeping quiet on certain things, certain embarrassing scenarios. And she just kind of smiles and nods over at Eli.
Wouldn't dream of airing anybody's dirty laundry but my own.
So, she looks at everyone. I must ask, as a matter of frivolity, are all of you going to be eating today? I assure you nothing nefarious.
Ash sits up straighter.
Yeah, I assure you nothing has been nefariously handled with your food, but I can understand if there is a level of mistrust at the table.
I doubt you invited us all here just to be poisoned at your dinner table. A lot of work, and to clean it up here. I'm sure many of us, if not all of us, will enjoy what you have prepared.
Is there anything on the table already, like water or anything?
Oh yeah, so there's like silverware, there's plates present, and yeah, there is just water, like cups of water.
Yeah, as Victor's talking, Logan drinks his entire cup of water, just like a gulp, 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 and just puts it back down on the table.
Something stronger, perhaps? Looking over to Logan.
Oh, coffee?
And then she'll nod over to this man and say, coffee. And you'll see him leave the room to go get some coffee.
Logan nods, an appreciative nod.
Mm-hmm. And then she smiles. So she smiles over to everyone. She goes, we'll have a nice spring salad to begin with. And chicken cordon ishtar. It's a lovely, lovely meal.
I was literally gonna say before I was like, Hellebore says, I want chimkin.
Chimkin.
And it is chimkin.
It's chimkin.
How did you know?
He'll say under his breath, I love chimkin.
Well, that's
Dash doesn't know what chimkin is, but he's too afraid to ask any more questions today.
And she'll continue and say, of course, while we wait for our food, perhaps conversations are in order. I'm sure you all have plenty of questions for me, as I do for you. For all of you. If I could be so forward. And she looks over at Logan. What brings you to Southern Ishtar? All the way from Kathos.
It should be no secret. There's an investigation going on, case of facade, possible copycat, and I have been tasked with solving it once and for all.
I see. You'll see she'll pick up her fork and kind of like spin it over at the table. With the fall of, or with the body that has been recently discovered, and in the same fashion as those facade killings, it was safe to assume that your face would arrive here in Jotun sooner rather than later. But, and she looks over at you, and I promise you, I'm not trying to be clever or coy. Little Birdie has told me that there have been some cutbacks to your department, and that a celebration may be in order. And she'll look straight over at Logan. You wouldn't have to know anything about that.
Celebration?
Oh, apparently a seasoned detective is retiring. And she'll smile at you.
Seasoned? He like looks at himself. He's like a clever way of saying old, but yes, seasoned.
She'll chuckle, and she says, "We're all getting more seasoned by the year."
I've had a little too much seasoning.
No. You're just the right amount, my friend. And then what's everyone's like? What's everyone's face right now as you guys are being told? Sorry. So a chat said, fuck, we're the meal. That's right. It's a cannibal. It's a cannibal family.
I think Dash would be confused about what is going on in this conversation, and I would like to roll another insight check.
Yes! Every time Dash rolls an insight check, it takes another 6 seconds. Like it's a delayed insight.
An angel loses its wings.
No.
What you think is being talked about, you're like, man, they're talking about a lot of seasoning. And then you're just like, oh, they're like practically talking code at this point in time. But yes, it's safe to assume that as they're talking, she may be talking about Logan's retirement.
Right.
Does Dash say anything, or does Dash like keep that to himself?
Oh, Dash made like 8 promises just to keep his mouth shut on the way over here.
Lou will continue and say, yes, it seems that they're making a lot of cutbacks over at your department at Kathos. While I'm not ready to shed any tears, I was curious if you were going to be here for this, to investigate this. Even though I understand you've probably been tasked to the desk.
Has my coffee arrived yet?
As this conversation... Go on.
Eli's brow visibly furrows at that, and he looks to Dash and to Karis for any sort of confirmation, and then to Victor.
As that said, and as silence falls over the table, Logan, in the nick of time, you see a plate with a cup of coffee put in front of you.
Oh, thank God. He like reaches over and grabs it and takes a sip, and like suddenly his almost shocked demeanor is once again stone cold, and he looks back and he's like, well, you've heard many things, but that is the first one that's wrong.
And she turns over to you and say, oh, please educate me then.
Well, I've been tasked with bringing in Facade. This is my team, and he points to the 3 that are on his side of the table, but not the other 2.
I'm a part of a team.
I see. Well, I mean, I was actually going to be very sympathetic to your plight. I'm well aware of everything that you've done for Kathos. Hell's everything you've done for Io. You've been in this field for quite some time, and I was heartbroken, and yet not surprised that the prots over at Kathos would abandon their own so quickly, so easily. Are you sure I'm mistaken, Detective?
Insight from Eli.
Yeah.
Insight from Eli. There we go. What are you inciting exactly?
Basically trying to size up Logan's responses, his demeanor as he's being interrogated.
Towards Logan. All right.
Yeah.
Logan, what do you say?
Am I saying what a 10 reveals?
No. I mean, so you're free to say what you want, and then we can do a deception check or a veiled check if you're trying to hide something.
No, I mean, all she said so far is that I'm supposed to be behind a desk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Logan smirks, and he says, he looks at her again and is like, again, not that seasoned. And he takes another sip of his coffee.
She'll nod and let silence kind of like follow over the table a little bit. And I don't know if there's anything that you ask her in the meanwhile, you'll actually see one of the family members start putting down plates of salad everywhere.
I would love to ask.
Yeah.
So, I hear you were looking for me. Any particular reason? Or just this formal gathering?
Well, you are a legend within your field. I was hoping to have the opportunity to potentially speak with you and see if there was anything the Lamonto family could do for you.
It's a big city, and you seem to control an awful lot of it. We could have had this conversation anywhere. Why here?
She smiles. A sign of trust. And I must admit, I do feel safer within my own home. And I wanted to be a gracious host.
Well, of course. I mean, nothing quite as safe, and he looks around at the many guards, and he's like, or trustworthy as being surrounded by hired guns.
Well, and that's why we let you keep your weapons, so that you would feel comfortable. And hopefully, over time, understand that even though we have different perspectives on certain topics, certain ethics, that in the end, we're all just trying to live life to the fullest that we can.
If you're wondering if I'm here to upset the balance, frankly, I don't care. I'm here for Facade. This is my team. Once we have Facade, we will leave.
She smiles and says, my dear detective, and I don't mean to be insulting when I say this, but I am not worried about you or your team disrupting any balance. I was hoping that you and I may become more than just dinner mates. Perhaps we could become friends. You see, I was under the understanding that you may be looking for a job. But if you're still highly content with the Protforce over in Kathos, well, I wouldn't want to disrupt the status quo. Instead,
Logan turns around to the guard behind him.
Yeah.
And like gives her a look. Excuse me, what is your name?
She looks over at you and she just says, Lacey?
Lacey, lovely. You are paid to stand there, correctly? And you have a weapon on you, yes?
She nods.
Wonderful. And your job is to keep the balance, yes?
She nods. You'll also see Lou kind of like looking as while Logan's looking back, everyone else, you just kind of see Lou just staring like straight at Logan.
I rolled insight and I got 21. I just want everybody to know that.
That's really awesome. That's really awesome.
Because Dash suddenly became really confused about whether or not Lou was like trying to make out with Logan. So I rolled one last one. Thank God I rolled well.
Yeah, you're just looking over. It seems to be a very veiled conversation that's happening right now. But Lou is not giving kissy face over at Logan.
Logan is giving nothing back to Lou. Zero.
Yeah. But yeah, so you're staring over and yeah, continue. And she will just, you'll just kind of see Lacey just kind of give a nod.
Logan turns back to Lou and is like, well, he takes another sip of his coffee. Seems to me like you're quite worried about the balance, considering it's much more lopsided than it would be, say, if they were not present.
Lou chuckles to herself and say, so I should just dismiss everyone and have an intimate conversation with you?
Wouldn't that be lovely?
I'm sure it would. I suppose, if you'd feel more comfortable with it. Although, I'm afraid I would have to ask you to disarm yourself of any weapons that would be on you. Would you prefer that?
Logan, so at this point, no one else has any weapons on them, right or wrong?
Are you talking like to your party, or are you asking me?
I mean, yeah, I honestly don't know. I think the only person who actually had a weapon was Dash, and it was a shield, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big shield.
Yeah, Dash's got a big old shield on his back.
Yeah, I imagine that it kind of like you open it up in battle because otherwise I literally couldn't sit down.
Yeah,
so he's got like a big something on his back.
He's got like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shell on his back.
Oh God.
No, it looks like a buckler that's strapped onto his back that unfolds to a tower shield.
Yeah, Logan smiles and he's like, well, it's friends. And he daintily pulls out his pistol and sets it on the table and then leans back away from it.
Well, if you prefer it this way. She will kind of motion over to the guards. And then she'll state, Eli, you wouldn't mind if the wolf stayed with us for a nice intimate dinner, would you?
Eli will simply gesture to the chair beside him.
And you'll see him sit there. Yeah, so she'll grab your shard pistol and move over. And then they kind of just look over at everyone. I suppose the rest of you should put your weapons on the table as well.
Logan like has the wryest smile because like what a waste of time.
Oh.
We don't have any.
Hmm?
I mean, it does like Dash would assume that he was meant to put his down, so he would.
Okay. They'll take your it's your shield, right?
Yeah.
All right. And then the two of them will open the door and leave the room before they close the door again.
Yeah, Logan leans back and puts one hand on the empty chair next to him and it's like, see? So much friendlier.
Lou smiles over to you. Do you feel better? More safe now?
Oh, so much safer.
Well, while we wait for dinner, then I suppose we should get down to business. You're looking for facade, is that correct? Or a facade copycat?
No, I was actually thinking of joining a crime syndicate based on the whimperings of an attractive yet seasoned individual.
She just looks over at you. Ah, yes. There's that Logan wit I've heard so much about. And, yeah, she'll, start nibbling at her salad. What's everyone's demeanor right now?
Helibor's kind of staring at her because he really likes her hair and kind of wants to ask who her hairstylist is, but thinks it's not his turn to talk.
Karis is stone facing it. She's business. This is business. She has not nibbled her salad.
So silence will fall on the table as you'll just kind of see Lou take every opportunity to finish her salad, taking little bites as she does so, and just kind of lets anyone say anything or speak up or do anything of the sort while she eats. Does the
Hi, I really like your hairstylist. Who did it?
Oh. She'll look over at you and go, thank you, dear. We actually have hairstylists within the family itself.
Neat. I'd love their names sometime. And then he eats the salad.
Oh, your hair is exquisite as well, sir.
Oh, thank you. I think it really brings out the bloodshot in my eyes.
She smiles. And then she'll finish the plate and push it up and push it ahead. And then we'll look back over at Logan. Does Logan say anything, or has Logan just been sipping his coffee or drinking or eating salad at all?
Yeah, Logan hasn't touched the food. He's just been drinking the coffee.
Okay.
Dash is so tense and trying so hard not to show it.
Whilst Victor is like picking apart the salad, he just says, how much of the city is in your payroll? How many of the plots? Do you own most of the city?
Such forward questions. Trying to figure out the best way to say it. We do supply a heavy amount of insurance for several of the plots within the city. As far as who's under our payroll, we are simply a group that is interested in investing in the city itself. Simply put, we provide what the government fails to do.
Very well. And if you had work for us, you mean to say that it wouldn't be a problem for the local plots or the local city around us? You could make sure that we are well looked after.
We can only do what we're able to. I was actually interested in giving you something as a sign of goodwill. because I am always interested in looking for new partners with a special set of skills and talents. And I think it would be wonderful to have some more individuals under our payroll. If you're ever interested, of course, she'll say, looking over at Logan with a smile.
Logan sets the cup down and is like, so, facade.
Yes. Straight to business. Very well, then. What have you investigated so far on the case? Anything that you've discovered in the town?
What have we actually investigated on this case
You
so
haven't
far?
investigated
besides-
anything.
No, we didn't go to the
Yeah.
crime scene yet.
Did the information that I was given before we left have anything of importance that I would need to know?
The only thing
this?
that you have gained so far over these past few days is the news report that you've heard, a confirmation from the XDF. But as far as what you've done in town so far, all you guys have done is open a line of communication with the family that operates within this town.
Great. Okay, yeah. Logan looks back and says, I told you I wasn't here to cause trouble. And so we've come to you first to make sure that you know we are working in your town and will be digging around for evidence.
Of course, that would be... That's... So you came here looking for a blessing?
Not a blessing, just an informative meeting. Letting you know what our intentions are and that they do not involve you or the family. And then to hear that you were looking for me is just, well, extra seasoning. And he goes back, he smiles to himself and goes back to his coffee.
Pour
and,
salt in the coffee.
Yeah. He's just smug asshole. Yeah.
Yeah. And she'll look over and say, well, I do admit I wanted to have this dinner not only as to give thanks for all the favors and things that Eli has done for us, but I was curious of what was the going-ons of the XDF. But you've told me everything is fine, so I should leave that as it is. And yes, I must admit, was very interested to see if you were looking for work outside of retirement, but she holds her hands up. Instead, I will be the Good Samaritan and give you some information. Not for a price or an exchange or anything like that, just a gesture of goodwill.
Thank you. I'd be honored.
I'm assuming you've heard of what has happened with the body so far. And she'll lean over to pour a cup of coffee for herself as well.
Yes, so far, same as the old crimes.
But have you heard that the Prot Force here in Jotun has closed the case?
Interesting. I had not. No.
Yeah. Apparently, it wasn't a facade killer at all. Just a drunkard who died over at the the mining yards. Quite a shame, really.
The body is at the morgue.
And that's what's so intriguing. No. Apparently, they haven't moved the body over to the morgue at all.
Can you explain that?
They relocated over to, and again, this is off of my own information, as we've come to find out might be a little off. It has actually been located over at a special Jotun Prot Force site an old manor to the north. Specifically, where some of the more secretive cases are being investigated to be kept away from the public eye.
Well, I'm not a big fan of secret case mansions. Let's hope none of the residents turn out to be evil.
Sorry, I don't know why I found that so funny. It's an old manor that's been abandoned for what I can only assume is hundreds of years at this point. They consider it more of like a historical site, yet they haven't knocked it down at all.
Why would they move a body there?
She shrugs and says, anything they move there is to be kept away from the watchful eye of the public.
A drunk, homeless individual is meant to be kept away from the public.
And she kind of like gives you that look of like, like, yeah, some bullshit, right? Smell some bullshit over here? She's kind of giving you that like wry look, like, Do
none of your men inside the force have any indication of why this would have happened?
I'm trying to figure out how she would say this.
You're so smart, Logan.
Wow, you're so amazing. She'll look over at you and say, well, in my experience, if the prots are telling one story and then doing something as high profile as that, then the story for the public is not exactly what has happened. If I were to theorize anything, I would say that it probably is a connection to your facade case. And that someone is trying to cover it up. And then she'll look over at the front door while she sips.
Rather than look to the front door, can I look into her eyes and insight check and see
Absolutely.
what the vibe is?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lost in them.
Dash, I need you to make it. I need you to make a. I need you to make a insight check, please.
You want me to kill another angel?
You're well, I mean, yeah. So you're
oh my
also
God, Logan's
staring
in
forward.
love.
Victor, can you make an insight check, please?
It's not the Victor harem, it's the Logan harem now. What the fuck?
Truly terrible roll. Wow.
Joe.
Oh, did mine come through?
Oh no, it didn't. It's all good. What'd you roll?
There
there it is. Ooh. Oh yeah. So when she mentioned cover up and she stares at the door, it is the first time you've seen a look of caution and concern while she sips the coffee. Do you say anything, Victor, or do you just keep that to yourself?
I think I'll keep it to myself for now.
Yeah.
As silence falls over the table.
Logan tries to read her, clearly fails, and will just like finish off the rest of his coffee. And what course are we on in our meal?
Oh, I mean, you're still. I mean, this has just been you've literally just finished the salad.
We had salad.
Yeah, Logan puts down his coffee cup and like stands up from the table. He's like, "Well, this has been lovely. I think we should go and do our job."
She looks over at you and says, "Would you like a location to the manor where the body is located?"
You can give me that while I wait for you to return our weapons. Yes.
She looks over at you and says, "You haven't even had your dinner yet."
I want Chimkin!
I had so many day-old muffins. I think we're good.
Hellebore looks really sad.
Why are you in such a hurry, Logan?
The longer we dally, the more contaminated the crime scene was, the more the Prot force here has time to cover up their tracks, and whatever's going on in that manor, well, they've got more time to do that too.
So Dide and Dash get some information and go.
What? Oh.
Nice.
Logan like pauses and he's like, well, I'd hate for my colleagues here not to eat. So, turn me my gun and I will go investigate the crime scene and the rest here can finish their dinner.
You're going to do this alone?
I've been doing it alone my entire life.
She will take a sip of coffee and will just say under her breath, but you'll hear it, and she doesn't give eye contact to you, and say, you may be in a lot of danger. Going off alone may mean going off to die.
Logan like looks at her and like gets real close. He goes, that's why I like my weapon back.
She smiles, and you'll see her like from the side of the chair. She'll pull off the side like a small bell that she rings. And as this opens up, you will see one of the guards sort of hands you back your weapon.
Yeah, he places it back in its secret holster, and then politely puts his napkin on the plate and says, well, this has been lovely. Let's do it again sometime. And he looks to the rest of the group and nods and just starts to walk out.
Oh, Logan.
Oh, he does the pause, back pause, facing the door, ready to leave, but not yet.
I apologize for keeping you here. You've given me so little, and something about you intrigues me. Why do you feel the need to do this alone? Afraid you'll lose someone close to you?
Without turning his back, or like turning around to face the group, as he's walking out the door, he says, too late. Boom, gone.
And he'll just open the door, walk out in there.
How much danger is he in?
She'll finish her salad. And looks over and says, considering he doesn't know the location of the manor, how to get in, I would say a considerable amount.
Sick.
Maybe we should postpone dinner for another time. It'd be a shame if anything happened to Logan.
Logan, are you leaving the area?
Yeah, I mean, I'm like walking to go to the crime scene.
Okay. Logan has left the map.
I mean, it's your call, everyone, but...
Can we get a confirmation on where this manor is?
I genuinely thought Garros was going to ask if she could have a to-go bag.
Doggy bag, me
I'm
too.
gonna ask though.
Can I have chicken?
Can I have Timkin to go?
Yeah, Dash would be like, yeah, actually that salad was amazing. Can I also take some food to go?
Yeah, can we get like a doggy bag for the Chimkin?
She'll lean forward to all of you with a stoic silence. And she'll say, this dinner was meant to be an act of good faith. For I do believe wholeheartedly that the man you work for is one of the greatest detectives in any of the arcs of Io. Well, I suppose was. I won't be airing his dirty laundry, but I figured I would let the rest of you know, if you haven't learned already, that you all may be out of a job soon. From what I've been hearing from my little bird, there seems to be quite a bit of a shakeup over at the XDF. And there seems to be some severe cuts. Oh, god damn it. Sorry. I ads. Hold on. My ads started auto-playing.
Morp? Oh.
For the record.
Yes.
For the record, I definitely 100% told my two fellow prots that that's what was happening.
Yes. Yesterday.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
But no one else knew that.
Yeah, sorry. I meant to take a break. We got so far into this dinner. I meant to take a break like literally half an hour ago, and I just totally forgot to. Yeah, so the ads auto-played. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
I can tell when chat starts screaming at me. They're like, "There's ads!" Ah! And I'm just like, "I'm
Your
sorry."
ads autoplay, man.
Look.
I need to get on that train. I always forget.
Look, it's
The stream will end, and I'll be like, I didn't do one. I'm terrible at this.
Twitch is added like incentives to autoplay ads now, and
There's a button that does it.
yeah, and
Yeah, you can just turn it on.
yeah.
Oh
And,
my! How often can you do it? Can you do it like every 25? Can you do it like every 6 minutes?
you can do it pretty often. You could pump it up.
Oh my god! I'm gonna do a whole stream that's just ads. All right.
Twitch also has a incentive now that gives you a bonus if you run that, and Io's a pretty expensive operation, so I'm taking what I can get. But I meant to take a break earlier, but we've been so far into this. Yes, everyone is aware of it. Okay, so we're back. Last we left off, Logan left. She leaned over, kind of with a stoic silence, and says there's going to be a shakeup at the XDF. And she'll say, and you all are close friends with Eli. Eli, you can vouch for them, right?
He'll sort of look at the party and then back to Lou, and then back to the party, as if for the first time realizing just what position he's in. They're fine.
Now, I don't know what you've heard about us. And yes, we may be on the wrong side of certain moral onsets. But we've done a lot of good for the people here of Jotun. And I think in the end, you all are looking to do some sort of good. And then she stares directly at Dash.
Dash sweats. Actually, no. I think if she actually did look right at him after saying that.
Absolutely. Yeah, that wasn't a joke. She looks, because Dash has been like so frozen and stoic this entire time. She's like,
Right.
Dash. She stares at Dash.
No, I think if the topic now is her trying to see, like, I guess, how we feel about the implication that we are trying to do good.
Yeah.
He would be the most comfortable he's been the whole night. Like, yeah, that is exactly what I want to be doing, right? So I think if that's the moment that she like really looks at him, I think he looks more dependable than he has the whole time.
Mm-hmm. She smiles. I suppose the bottom line is that from my understanding.
There goes another angel.
Wow, she's into me.
There goes an archangel, dude.
Oh no, Dash.
Sorry, continue.
Dash, I will say with that critical miss that you are so like all over the place. Like you overthought this so much you can no longer do an insight check for the rest of this dinner.
Yeah, that's fair.
You're gonna have to rely on instincts for this one. I'm happy to be working in Jotun, in Southern Ishtar. I feel a bit of anxiety and worry for the families that have to work in Kathos. Not because the XDF does a good job, it's... The XDF seems to be doing a lot of strange and suspicious things that goes against its own nature. And what's harder than dealing with a force of people, weaponized, that have a cause, is dealing with an army of people that don't. It makes them very, very dangerous. And from my understanding, there's going to be quite a bit of shakeups in your prot force. So, Eli vouches for you if you're ever looking for work. The family here would be happy to support you in your endeavors in the future.
We'll keep that in mind, but it's one job at a time.
Understood.
Right now, we still need to finish this up.
Understood.
One facade is enough at a time.
So, as mentioned before, and she'll, at this point, she nods over at the wolf, and he will unfurl a map. The manor that they operate of is right over here. Over in the region... This is where I need to pull out my maps. Oh, there it is. The region of Prialoa. Right over here. And she points over in, like, the west... The, western area.
Do we have an idea of, like, how far away that is from us?
It would take about... To get to the city, it's... So there... Yes, it would be about a day's travel. You'd have to travel through the tunnel, which spits you out east of the region, and then you have to cross west of the region.
Okay.
Karis is gonna get up and kind of hover over the map and look at where it is. And then...
Also, Joe, sorry, I sent you a DM.
Okay, go.
Yeah, go on.
She's gonna point at the map. Is it marked? Like, is she just pointing at it? And okay. She's gonna be like, "Can we take this?"
I'd rather you memorize it. Evidence, she says with a smile.
Fair enough.
Of course, if you have your own maps, you're free to copy and scribe, take as notes as you can. But sadly, this needs to stay here.
I think I've got it memorized.
She'll just nod over at Victor. Now, if you need a point of contact... one second. I gotta... Oh, whoop. Loading. Ah, shoot. That's not the one I want. Loading. Over here. She'll point to a town kind of more to the south. That's like southeast of it, between this mountain town. There's a small town called Helvid. We have a couple of family members over there. and provide you with some shelter if you require it, and can also bring you closer to the manor if you need such a thing. Helvid has become not the most hospitable of villages. So I would be
Why?
very cautious. She frowns a little bit, and she'll just say, racism.
Fun.
I can tell you more if you would be willing to do me a favor as an act of good faith.
Depends what kind of favor.
She's silent for a moment as if to think to share it. And then she shrugs, and she says out loud, two different sides of the legal system here. Let's see what happens. Young lady, are you familiar with a race that calls themselves the Chi?
I wouldn't know that, would I? Is that common knowledge?
If you would like to see if you know that, roll a history check.
You know what? Sure, I will do that.
And that is open to anyone on the table that may be interested.
I was gonna say, can I also do that?
Yeah.
Wait. Check?
History check.
Let's go.
I don't have it in my,
You have skill.
I have it, but sec.
Sure.
No.
Oh my god, we're both so dumb.
Ow!
Oh yeah, the chi.
So Eli and Hellebore.
Woof.
The Chi is effectively an alien bug-like race, and with the DCs that you rolled, they are known to be a warlike race.
I use disguise self and I turn into one of the bug people.
It's a scary, like, mantis-like bug creature.
and then I undo it.
You'll see Lou doesn't even bat an eye.
Yikes.
Poor Dash. Dash is frozen in fear right now.
I am bug.
No thoughts.
No thoughts, empty head. We've had some dealings with them. They have an unsavory reputation. However, there's a small subsect of them that are actually quite charming, wise and smart, rather nomadic, tribal in nature. Not all of them are bred for war. And I am part of a small group of individuals that are interested in bringing them to the fold of Io. Helvid is also aware of the Chi's presence, and, well, needless to say, they are incredibly hostile to them. They are an extremely rare... A few of them have managed to arrive here on Io. And they are being wiped out pretty quickly by our own kind. But any sort of new culture, any sort of new species, I have the mindset can bring some good to all of us.
Do you have a personal stake in this? What's your reason for taking an interest in the Chi?
As I've mentioned before, the Lamonto family is interested in investing in the futures of many prospects. And I think to be the first one at the diplomatic table would be good for us.
And your favor has to do with them?
Yes. The manor that you'll be going to. We believe that the Jotun Prot Force may have one of the members of the Chi race there. Specifically a Chi weapon. Now, I'm not entirely certain what the Prot Force wants to do with it, but it would be against our interests if a Chi weapon started to be used out there, publicly, in the open, in the future. As I feel it would give a bad name to the Chi.
I see. So you want us to retrieve the weapon then? Is what you're saying?
I'd rather you destroy it.
Huh. Well, I feel better about that.
I want to touch
No
the
offense.
carapace.
She shrugs like, eh. I get it.
All right, well, while we're in the manor, we'll see what we can find and see what we can do. That sounds of interest anyway. We'll be there, so.
I'm uncertain what the weapon is or what its capabilities may be. But
Every weapon has a weak spot.
I'm saying that more as a cautionary tale for the rest of you. She'll look over at Victor and, like, tug at her own collar.
Anything else we should know about this manor?
I just know it's used as a black ops site for the Prots. A sort of, well, I suppose their version of the vault. Everything is kept off the books there.
Ironic.
What's that?
Oh, nothing. Just can't wait to get out there.
Very well. I believe we've packed your dinners in a variety of doggy bags.
Woo!
You actually did that?
Your guests in my home. You have a request? I'd like to try and honor it wherever I can.
You're too kind.
So they'll all come back and they'll give you these brown bags of
Jim.
Was the salad not sustenance enough?
You're gonna want protein, Cicero.
I like this weird arc that Victor's going through.
Do need eat? Question.
How much do people eat? Of which I am
protein
a
is
normal
food?
person, so.
I'm inquisitive about the chimkin. All right. Anything else that you guys do here?
Karis will shake her hand or put her hand out for a shake.
She'll shake. And then we'll say
Actually,
one-
before leaving,
yes.
Victor's gonna ask,
Do you know all of us? Have you done prior research before we arrived?
Thank you. I know of Logan, and I know the two Prots that are with you. And of course, our dear Eli. The two of you, however, are unknown And then she'll look at Hellebore. With a studious stare.
He smiles.
And she'll point over at you. You're the boy who blew himself up.
Oh, is that really what I'm known for? God damn it. I was hoping it would be something better than that.
You're Hellebore's boy.
Yeah, hi.
Oh. And she just gives out a smile and says, my dear lad, the family would very much have benefit from your mind.
He blushes and he does like the daw, like holds his cheeks.
Are you in good relations with your father?
Kind of a touchy subject right now. We're working on it.
And she leans in further to be like, You
know, family drama.
That's okay. My father was a bit of a bastard himself.
Oh yeah, he's a huge bastard, but you know, trying to learn the trade, you know, take time.
Between you and me, there's nothing wrong with getting out of your family's shadow. She'll smile a little bit and say, well, you ever need any guidance or a place to hang your hat? Keep your head low. And then she'll wink over at Hellebore.
Of course, I'll think about it more if you get me your hairstylist name. I definitely want to visit them next time we're around here.
She smiles and says, my dear boy, if you ever decide to join the family, I will introduce you to him personally.
Oh God, it's tempting.
But
get me out of here before
no, but like we were saying, we're doing a job right now. Yeah, I understand. We're currently jobbing
at a time
right now, so we're gonna be doing that job. And thank you for the food. And he's gonna literally pick up Hellebore. And thank you very much for the food. And thank you. This has been lovely.
I'm being forced out of the conversation.
He'd be able to do wonders with your bangs, dear.
Oh God, I need it.
Garrus holds open the door to let Dash carry Hellebore out.
Dash would stay in the doorway, waiting for Eli and Cicero. But he would firmly plant Piper on the other side of the door.
Eli doesn't move.
She'll say, oh, that's okay. Okay, dear boy. I'm sure we have a couple more things we need to discuss if you'd like to. Almost like motion you out of the room.
Dash will wait to like.
Sorry.
He's. What?
I like Dash just like his slow mind process right now where he's like, I'm not gonna leave. He's like,
well, no, in this situation specifically, like
right.
He went out of his way to tell Eli, like, I will make sure to keep you safe. So he's waiting to like get a look from Eli, basically saying like, I'm fine.
Eli sends a nod back, and he locks eyes for probably longer than needed for such an exchange. And he'll give a sort of half wave to all of you.
Okay. Dash will hold the eye contact, and then he'll go out the door, and he'll literally just stand there.
Okay. You're leaving the door. Karis?
Karis will also exit, but also stay.
Close the door behind you on the way out, dear. All right.
I try some of the chimkin.
Oh shit, it's pretty good.
Lou smiles as the door closes, then you just kind of see her smile fade and her face just fall in exhaustion. I heard he was insufferable, but... how are you, dear boy? He'll say over to Eli. Kind of like stretch an arm out. Almost like a mother would like to pat like Eli's hand.
Well, anything's better than being locked up and, well, you know.
She nods. And she'll also say, if we had any more control over that, we would have gotten you out sooner. But after we heard they locked you away at the vault, well, there really wasn't much we could do at that point. I would like to say that the family's arms and eyes are everywhere, and we're all powerful, but the vault... there's really nothing we can do once you arrive there. Oh, I'm so sorry. 7 years? I'm so sorry.
He'll shake his head dismissively. There's plenty there who are gunning for you, though.
She'll kind of like lean back a little bit and say, there always is, and looks at the front door again. Oh, I wanted to give you something. That is to say, would you be joining them on the investigation? We could leave now if you want. And she'll motion to the fireplace behind her.
My business with them was to get them here. I was a liaison. At gunpoint, granted, but...
So then what happens now?
Well, ma'am, I don't rightly know.
She looks over at the door and looks back at you. Are they going to lock you back up?
Well, if what you say is true about them all being out of jobs, I don't know if they have the authority to keep me out of jail.
She gives a smile. From my understanding, from what I've been hearing, there's going to be quite a shakeup. As much as, and I'm uncertain if Logan believes he still has a job or not. But if they don't have the authority to bring you back in, then you might be in more danger than you thought. You may not even have had the authority to be released.
What are you? Eli starts to think. He considers just how unconventional everything has been thus far. Considers Hellebore, Cicero, finally himself.
She leans over and says, My dear boy, we only knew you were here was because we were keeping an eye out for Logan. If we knew you had been released, we would have made contact sooner.
So not one of your contacts at the XDF clued you in that I was going to be released.
The only thing I know is the shakeup. And also who's on the cutting board. I was very impressed to see that all the prots were here were all the ones that were going to be losing a job.
and the kid.
Oh, yes, especially the kid. He was on a probationary period from what we gathered. We've only had a few days to research these. We aren't necessarily aware of what's going on. We can't get too much information out of the XDF, otherwise our leaks will be magically fixed. But everyone that I've seen there, arrested, excluded, are effectively dead men walking. And of course, anyone that is lost, well, especially with their skill onset, the family would welcome with open arms.
He'll look to the door now. So you're saying that there's no future, no legitimate future for anyone outside that door?
No entertaining future of once upon a time. But depending on what has and hasn't been authorized. And we don't know anything of a case investigating facade. No future. Will you tell me? Is there ever a future behind bars?
Guessing an early grave doesn't count.
Too easy. Life is for the living, my dear Eli. The Lamonta family is here to provide all sorts of alternate paths. It's never the end. Just the door that we haven't opened. But I don't want to push the case too hard with them. Logan seems to be a man on a mission, and, well, for him I can understand. What has Logan shared with you about his history with Facade?
To be honest, I've barely spoken with the man.
Then I shall leave that alone.
I will state.
She'll, just to get this thought out, he, from my understanding, has a lot on this case. And I think he would do anything to solve it.
So a personal stake.
She shrugs. I would rather not share his business. Don't think it would benefit any of us.
He'll look to the door again. They'd follow him into the hills.
Well, that just might be where he takes them. Along with himself.
It might be prudent if they knew what they were getting themselves into.
Well, I don't want to say too much. And then you'll see that she leans down underneath the table, and she'll pull out a simple lockbox. And she'll push it over to you. Some sundries for the road. I would recommend opening it once you're on the road, away from the tunnel.
He'll nod and slip it into his bag. What does it look like exactly?
It just looks like an old lockbox.
Got it.
Nothing, no deadly surprise or anything like that, of course. Just a few potions for the road. But I do, and I cannot stress this enough, I would take inventory once you've left the tunnel.
Inventory.
She nods.
Insight?
Yeah. She's being especially secretive, but it's not towards you.
After a beat, he'll nod again.
So, Eli, what'll it be? Out the dining room door? Or would you care to join me? And we'll never have to see them again.
He'll look into the fire. If I disappear now, they'll come looking. At the very least, I'd need to clear the air. Besides, if they're following him into hell, let's just say not all of them deserve that. One or two of them, maybe.
Well then, Eli, I wish you the best of fortunes. I've done all that I can for you. So...
If I may. When this is all over, I'm gonna need everything you have on Wade.
She, will smile and... my dear boy. Vengeance is such a messy business. Ow, I don't wish to go against your wishes. If you want Wade, we'll be sure to give him to you. But maybe it would be best if you let us handle it. Let go of that anger. As right as it is, you're not going to find the satisfaction and the happy closure that you're looking for. You'll just have blood on your hands that'll never wash away.
He'll shoot a glance to the wolf. What's his demeanor? Or I guess insight.
Hoo-hoo!
There it is.
There it is. He's just been staring forward this entire time as if not to... He doesn't look like he's part of the conversation. And that's usually a typical demeanor. Unfortunately, that will be the last insight check you'll be able to make for the rest of this conversation. And she'll look over at you. Of course, your wishes are your own, and I wouldn't interfere with it. Just some friendly advice.
I will. He'll stand up, stretching.
Mm-hmm.
Take that under advisement.
Good lad. At least think on it. That'll be the last I say on the matter. When you're ready, just let me know, and I'm sure we can make the arrangements. And she'll extend a hand again.
I lean over and shake.
You're being offered freedom, and yet something's pulling you back. I hope you take care of what you need to, Eli. And just to let you know that if they send you away at the vault again, that's probably going to be it for good. Good luck out there, Eli.
He will, he'll stop in thought for a second and then reach down into his bag. And he'll produce the doll, set it on the table.
She looks at it. And this is?
He'll smile, probably for the first time.
Very concerning.
He'll pat the top of the doll's head twice and walk away.
Oh my god. As he walks away, all you hear echoing in the room is, "I'm a prototype." And close the door. All right.
And the doll was a bomb.
All right, as you guys are handling this, Logan, where are you going? Are you going to were you going to the scene of the crime where the body was? I said Logan, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, good.
Whoops! I'm sitting here talking and not. Hi, hello.
Hi, hello. Oh, sorry, you were muted.
No, my bad. Logan is standing right outside. Another cup of coffee somehow in his hand, tapping his foot, waiting for all of them impatiently. Like, oh really? It's taking you this long to follow me?
To follow
They're like, maybe they really did leave me.
Logan's like, I stormed off, thus everyone stormed off.
Yeah, that was thought we were a team. You know, but he's sitting there just with a cup of coffee somehow. And he's just tapping his foot, looking very sassy.
It was a good dinner, bro.
Is everyone leaving the so everyone's leaving to the cave, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So once the cavern, hold on, it takes forever. Hold on, I'm gonna activate this. There we go.
The map change jump scared me. My God.
I'm sorry.
No, it was just me being like,
Okay. So yeah, as you all like leave the cavern wall, you just kind of see Logan there drinking a cup of coffee. What's Logan's demeanor currently?
Just like, imagine a parent waiting for their child after school and just like, come on. I don't want to be here all day. We got stuff to do.
It's cold. It's night.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Boop, boop. So yeah, as everyone walks out, yeah, do you say anything? Do you do anything?
No, Logan just turns around and like signals for them to let's go.
Okay.
I mean, obviously you were gonna come out. Like, come on.
Yeah.
you missed the chimkin. It was good.
Zero response.
Fine, I was gonna share it anyways.
Anyone say anything to Logan when you guys leave the area or no?
Karis is gonna be like, so you know where we're going, right?
To the crime scene. Come on.
Not exactly what I meant, but all right.
I'm glad you waited back for us.
He raises his coffee cup, but still doesn't turn back around.
All right, so you're going to the crime scene, like where the body was found?
Yup.
Okay. Everyone's gonna be sucked up into the Logan token in world map fashion.
No.
No! And then a chocobo appears. No, I'm just kidding.
That's the Logan bow.
So, go ahead and make an investigation check to figure out where the scene of the crime was.
Wouldn't I have knowledge of that? Or is that... I was going based on the fact that it was in the report.
The report was it outside of Jotun, but you don't know exactly where the body was located.
All right. What kind of check do I need to magic this?
Investigation.
And system.
Yes, you can. Hey,
I also would like to assist.
Well, we only need one assistance, so investigate. Roll again, please.
Okay.
Oh, I get to roll again?
Yep. Let's just see if you got higher than a
Magic.
19.
No, I didn't help nothing.
Okay. So after asking around some of the drunkards that are in the area, you were fortunately able to find out that the body was located here in the West Grand, specifically in an area outside of the Hunter's Lodge. With an 18, I could go ahead and tell you that the reason why the body was discovered was because it's actually been getting a little warmer in Jotun. So some of the thicker ice and snow has been melting away, and that is when the body was discovered. So it is safe to assume that the body had been here for several weeks, maybe even months, that this has happened. And so when you find out the location of the area, you kind of head out behind the Hunter's Lodge, past this sort of stream of river. And then over here in some of the heavier wooded area, you would go to the scene of the crime. You already see that the tape has been placed around the area, along with just a couple of cautionary areas. But yeah, that red tape, that do not cross, active crime scene, etc., etc. But it looks like it's been slowly being taken down and wrapped up.
Yeah, Logan turns to the team and says, all right, scour the place for any clues. Try not to damage the crime scene any more than it obviously is, and I guess we'll see what we can find out about our victim.
So, you are free to investigate, but you are also free to do a medicine check. Also, Logan, I would like to offer you an opportunity. So, we purposely have left everyone's background blank. And what this has allowed us to do is to sort of slowly build up your background as you continue to go along. The question I would have for you, Logan, is would Logan have expertise in forensics? If so, I will allow you to take as one of your 2 skill proficiencies we've left open. I will allow you to permanently take the medicine check if you would like, as your background in forensics. You do not have to take this, but once this is taken, this becomes a permanent part of your background.
I'm going to pass.
Okay. So Logan does not have expertise, a severe, a heavy expertise in medicine. So yeah, an investigation will do at this point.
Okay.
Something to think about. For anyone that is investigating the scene, go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Can I do something different?
What would you like to do?
Excellent.
I want to cast detect magic.
Okay.
See if I ping on anything nearby.
As you cast detect magic, you do not sense anything magical in the area.
Sick! Okay, can I do a medicine check then?
Yes, you can. Investigation or medicine, so.
I am a doctor.
Forensics.
Never mind.
Ruh-roh. Well, Logan, Logan. As you investigate the area, you can kind of see the best word I can describe is indentation, even though I know it's not where the body was. I mean, you kind of see the snow beginning to cover over where the body was able to be, but you spend some time just sort of like trailing around the area, just kind of seeing what exactly has happened. And as you push the snow away, you can see where like old blood may have been from. There's obviously was a fight over here, but then you see it, the piece of evidence that was never released to the press, a thin sort of like thin fragments of wax scattered around the area.
Can I do an insight check to see if it is similar to wax I've collected in the past? Or
it is absolutely the same. Like, as you look around the flecks and kind of like investigate further, even when you're like investigating more, you're just like, oh, I know. Like, you're like, this has to be it. And then as you like do the test that you do, you're like, yep, you've seen it so many times before.
Is there anything else in the area, like a frozen over footprint or any sort of signs of a struggle beyond just the wax?
I can tell you because of the JTF, and there is a lot of footprints that have been scattered around the area. Unfortunately, you can't tell a different type of footprint from this area.
Gotcha.
Can I get a wisdom save from you?
You most certainly can.
Thank you.
Wisdom is with a W. Ooh. How'd I get it? I have so many twos today. What is going on?
So Logan, as you see,
you're an idiot.
As you see the wax, it all floods back to you. Specifically, the last facade case, and the last time you saw that wax. I'll let you role play or do how you would handle it, but it is kind of like a PTSD thing. Like it's
Logan is staring at the sort of uncovered wax and rubbing it between his fingers, and he seems to just be like rubbing and like he's staring at something, but it's almost like a fixation, and his hands are like doing the exact same movements over and over and over again, and the wax at this point is completely gone. It's just rubbed out of his fingers, but he's still rubbing his fingers together, and he's just blankly staring at this spot in the ground and has not for minutes now moved and acknowledged anyone else around him.
I think everyone, you can actually see, like, Logan hasn't moved for minutes. Like, unnaturally so. Does anyone say or do anything?
I guess Karis eventually would kind of approach, not really in arm's length, but she's gonna like, is Logan like crouched down right now?
Yes.
Yeah, she's gonna like squat like out of arm's reach, but she's gonna like tilt her head, kind of try to get a better look, and then go like, hey boss, you doing all right?
I will say for this moment, Logan, you just kind of hear an echo in the back of your head. It's
yeah,
like
I do not turn or acknowledge or any. Yeah. I got nothing.
I got nothing.
I got nothing.
I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got nothing. I got no
Logan.
And that'll snap you out, Logan.
He quickly turns and looks at you, and his eyes seem a little wetter than usual. I mean, he's not crying, but clearly there's moisture.
There's sorrow in those eyes. That fair to say?
Yeah, but like in a blank kind of like, you know, a missing a piece of your soul kind of way.
Yeah.
Oof.
It's glassed. It's almost like glassed over a little bit.
You all right, Logan?
Fine. I'm fine. Did you find anything?
Nothing useful.
And he stands up and he looks around. Did anyone find anything?
Nothing magical.
I wasn't here to roll investigation. Can I do that now?
Yes, you can.
It's up to me, baby.
You missed some trauma.
I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
My body isn't on the board. I don't know how to do my rolls.
If you press C, it opens up your character sheet.
Right. Investigation, yeah.
Yeah.
An 18, baby.
Yeah, so kind of like the same thing as I told Logan. You can see where the body was. You see a bunch of footprints, and this scene is so beyond contaminated, it's disgusting. And then you see fragments of what appears to be candle wax around where the body was, specifically the head. You don't know anything about the candle wax because that wasn't public knowledge towards the case.
Right.
So you'd find the same things that Logan found. Logan, while you were doing that, sort of was like frozen for a little bit, traumatized from a failed wisdom save. And Karis just got him out of it, and he just seems to be, his eyes are glassed over. He just seems to be like more wound up than usual, I think is the best way to describe that.
So it's apparent to me that like this crime scene has been treated horribly.
Oh, it's been absolutely terrible.
Well, I guess that lady was right about one thing at least. He didn't take care of this crime scene at all.
And then, Logan, you say anything? You're doing anything?
Again, Logan turns into the whole group. Like, did you find anything? Anything at all?
Sir, there's nothing to find. They treated this scene like trash.
Yeah, he angrily kicks the snow. He's like, "What good are any of you?" And then like storms off.
Logan.
Storms off.
So you're like calling for him, and he's just storming away. Where do you storm off to?
Away. Literally no direction pointed, just away.
Just away. Okay.
Can I collect some of the wax and put it in a vial for later purposes from my alchemist kit?
Yeah. No one hid the facts that there was wax, correct? Dash?
Sorry, my kid's in here. What?
No, I'm saying, did you say that there was like wax in the area or anything like that?
I think he would have pointed out what he does see.
Okay. Yeah, so then you would have gotten some wax and put that together.
I'll collect some of that and do tests on it if I can figure out how later or something.
So you'll just kind of see Logan just storm off in a direction somewhere. And leave you all alone within the forest.
Well, I guess we've got to start.
That's all we were really hoping for here.
Okay. Logan, as you charge off in a different direction, what do you do for the rest of the night?
He just sort of walks angrily and aimlessly back towards wherever he thinks the hotel is.
Okay.
Just goes.
Okay. So you'll return back to the hotel, and then what are the rest of you doing?
I'd imagine, since we haven't found anything, we probably would also go back to the hotel.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Okay, so you're doing hotel. Okay. And then the final question I have for you is...
Question for you.
Yes.
Is the police station on the way to the hotel?
The police station would be in the opposite direction.
All right, then yeah, to the hotel.
Okay. So what are you doing for the next day?
I'm gonna wake up. Unless my team stops me, I'm gonna wake up and march my ass down to the police station, the prot station, and be like, "What are you doing?
Okay.
You're all terrible at your jobs."
So the next day you will be marching over to the prot station to learn more, correct?
Potentially, unless my team stops me.
I definitely think Karis would have words about that.
All right.
I agree.
So I believe we will be at a crossroads for the next session then. You guys will either be charging headfirst into the prot station to learn what's up, or following the map and the advice that was given over to Lou about potentially where the body is located. But we'll have to discover what happens next time on Deadbeats. So thank you guys so much for playing today.
Yeah.
Very good, very good.
Give me a minute. Okay. Man, I was so focused. I have all these windows open. I keep forgetting when the ads auto-rolled, so I messed up on that. I goofed up today, guys, so I apologize about that. Usually I'm better than that, but my mind has not been focused on this little window. Okay, we back. So we left off with everyone essentially, Logan stormed off. He's probably gonna yell at so the next morning he's going down to the prot station to be, yo, what's up? And then we're gonna see if everyone, sounds like everyone's gonna try and have words and stuff, but I guess we'll find out next week if you actually do that or not. Otherwise, is anyone interested in going to the manor next week?
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested in going
I'd like
for
to
sure.
peruse the manor.
I want to go to the manor badly. I just know that.
We'd stop you. I know that at least Victor would step in and say something to you.
Okay, so I just want to make sure I understand what the game plan is for next week, and that way, I can have that all goodied up and ready for you. Oh my god, if you guys, oh man, that would be so fun. Okay, all right, so that's what we'll stop right there, guys. So thank you guys so much. You guys have a good session today?
Yeah,
Enjoy
it's really
yourself?
good.
Okay, good. Awesome. Well, we got some fan art today. Let me tell you. So
they don't know what they've done.
Oh, they've
Go
done.
on.
I mean, it's art. It's all art. So, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click that. I'm gonna do a screen share. I'm gonna screen share this. Okay. Yes. There we are. Perfect. Okay, and then finally, let me make sure. Double check this. Boom. Nope, not that. Yes, that's the one. Perfect. Fan art time. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to go ahead and start with this one. We were trying to figure out last week what the comparison between the two were. So, Neighborino was very kind enough to give us that comparison. So
amazing.
Like deep.
Small and swole.
Tiny little fingers.
Swole.
Did I do something to anger you? And then,
Sick.
yeah, it's pretty good. That's
no.
that's not what the
Oh my
collar
God.
looks like. Come on,
Yeah,
guys.
my eyes are focused on the collar.
I don't know.
I like it. I like that.
That's
Oh
not
my
what
God.
the collar looks like. Hand holding, how lewd. Yeah, it's just a lot of this. It's just a lot
Oh
of
my
this.
God.
Did I do something to upset you, detective?
This gets close every
It's like
time.
old men kissing.
Just-
I don't
just-
know. They're
just
just like
a-
old men kissing.
Just a lot of this. Just a lot of this. Just a lot of this. Yeah.
Amazing.
God.
Ready to die? Flop.
Sick.
Very good. Just, just a lot of this.
That was amazing.
I
saw
see.
that. It's so good.
Oh
You
my
know.
goodness.
Just a lot of this.
Yeah.
God
Every-
damn.
I love that it's all the players like, yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, shit.
Ayo, can we
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that's so good.
appreciate
Fish
this?
tank.
With that, oh yeah,
Amazing.
so good, so good.
Two intellectuals have a date night.
All right, ooh,
I mean,
nicely-
that's all right, but I think I'm losing at chess, and I'm not okay with that.
Oh my
Aw.
God.
I cheated.
just some hand holding between a convict and a prot, nothing more.
You two need to kiss
Just
for
the
real now.
pinkies. It's pinkies.
Just the pinky.
I can't
Just
believe
for
how much of
real.
there is.
No one will notice.
There's so
For real, I'm
much.
hitting you with my gun.
Oh.
Pew!
I don't know why you guys are surprised.
Ooh.
Ready.
Yo,
God
That's
damn, that's cool
intense.
style.
that's some scary ass carrots.
Well, Kara's spooky. Oh no.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
There's just so much. There's just so
That
much.
is, that's incredible. That's so good.
There's just so much.
Yeah.
That's so
I'm
good.
so pleased.
Same. Honestly, same.
Who did this?
Honestly, same. It sounds like I'm shaking my head, but I'm just, chef kissing this entire time. Lamia, very nice. Thank you.
Hell
Lamia.
yeah, dude.
Unreal.
Mm-hmm.
Incredible.
God, I love the heart gift maker. It's
That's
so
what the necklace looks
good.
like.
Oh my fucking god.
My beloved.
What do you mean I need to eat food?
You need to eat the chimkin.
Ignores boss lady, talks to some random car.
Nice.
Oh man. Here we go.
Oh,
Dastardly.
no. This is so tense, dude.
Yo. Dave Marino, thank you so much. Dave Marino always giving some NPC
Whoa.
love.
Damn.
Pretty
Always
lady.
Always
Very
giving some
good.
NPC love. All right. Boom. We have
Happy
frozen
egg.
eggs and me. You have what? Oh, yes, sustenance splendid. Hey, kids, spell secure to explain the joke. So I like frozen eggs, yes. Yeah, that was something that fucking Juniper was joking about freezing eggs because she didn't have a computer, so she wanted to know what frozen eggs were. And I was like, yeah, we can make that a delicacy in IO. That works. So that's what I did.
God.
Yeah. So
That's
there we go.
cursed.
Alright, I'm gonna head out. Quick, messy, chippy doodles that all suddenly rush to my brain. Aw, thank you. Head empty, no thoughts. Alright, I'm gonna head out. Chicken nuggies. How do people eat? Man, there's a lot of there's a lot of moments, wasn't there? There's a lot of moments. Oh my god. Yo, can we it's happening. It's happening. It's happening.
Papa.
Man. Hi, this
that's
is
so good.
Eli from IT. Did you try turning off and on your computer again? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Number one what?
Just
Number one.
It's number one.
Just number one.
Number
That's
one?
Just number one. Just flat out
It's
number one.
not number one dad. Eli is proven to be best
Just
dad
number one.
time and time again.
Just
No.
number one. There we go.
It's number one.
I need
All
to be
right.
removed from this situation before I make a deal.
All right. We need to go now.
Please remove me before I make a deal that I will later regret.
Also,
Oh,
Oh my god, the little
God.
fangs.
Oh my
Teeny
god.
tiny little face.
I love the face doesn't end, so it's just all behind the collar. So good.
Amazing.
Yes.
Sag Logan. Sag Logan.
Oh.
Logan.
And yo,
My poor boy.
Look at this fine part.
Oh.
Very cool. Thank you.
Oh,
so
Really
much.
good.
really
That's great.
cool.
Even Eugene. God bless
I like the
him.
little shine on Dash's teeth.
That
Spark.
lovely.
I just
Truly
noticed that little
radiating.
sparkle. Yeah.
that lovely sparkle. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much. Always a delight, and we'll continue this next week. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you guys so much. I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you for
Bye bye
running.
bye.
Bye. Thanks, man.
All right, guys. Hi, BrettUltimus here. I'm here to apologize because I meant to take better track for the ads, but man, Deadbeats RP was so fucking entrancing that I did not look at the ad timer at all. So I apologize to everyone who freaked out that ads were playing during their precious RP time. I really do apologize. That wasn't an intention. So I'll try and do better about that. It's a new thing we're doing. Ever since I started auto running ads, ever since now you can uncancel pipe dreamers. I can't uncancel, I'm sorry. Now that auto ads, I've been running auto ads, and it has been a nice increase to revenue, which is all going back into IO. Because I think I literally spend like thousands of dollars a month on shit we have for IO. So any revenue increase we can. But I promise you, the intention is not to play ads during RP moments and during D&D. So my apologies. If you would like to subscribe, that'd be pretty awesome, and then you don't have to worry about ads, but please do not let that be your only motivator. We got some pretty great raccoon-themed emotes as well. If you'd like to support the world of IO, then by all means, hop onto our Patreon, patreon.com/worldofio. There's a lot of cool stuff that's coming out. We've got MP3s, regional maps that we're working on, art asset work in progress, music that we have commissioned for IO, a bunch of game master notes, more and more. I'm hoping to have a couple of pages for another race. I don't know which race we're gonna do. I got dwarves, gnomes. We released elves already. Maybe I'll do changelings. But this month I do want to do another 2-page spread of another race and the sub races. Maybe I'll do changelings. Maybe we'll do a changeling release this month. I think that'll be fun. But yeah, there's also gonna be a lot of great content coming on the Patreon because our 4th campaign, March on Feywonder, is coming out hopefully at the end of the month. And then once that starts coming out, the plan is to show you guys previews of the adventure module that I'll be working on specifically for that. Have I got a 5th? Yes, I do have a 5th. I've got no problem saying this. Mr. Mark Holmes, Sherlock Holmes, will be joining us as our 5th player for March on Feywonder. Now, obviously, so that's the 5 people we have. It's Sci-Fry, Tom Fox, Mark, Cooley Smiley, and Kelly Siren will be the party. We've got the group formed. I still have to do a session 0 to make sure we're good and gravy. But so far we are on time to have session 1 be at the end of the month. The idea is we're going to be selling that campaign. We're going to be selling that as a module that you guys will be able to purchase. So you guys are going to be able to come in, be like, yo, that's awesome. This is a pretty cool campaign. Be like, well, you can buy the adventure module. So I'm trying to transform that into an adventure module that you guys can join. So you can get a PDF, maybe even a hardcover copy. I'd like to also turn it into a Foundry module that you guys can purchase. And yeah, so we're gonna see if we can do that. So I'm already getting art assets done for it, getting cover art done for it. We've already got a bunch of different art assets being worked on. It's a fun project. It's a fun project. But that means the work in progress page spreads will be released. I'm hoping after every session is the plan. And then at the end, we'll do a full module release. If it is a module, will it have a secret boss? I mean, I could definitely add maybe we'll see. We'll see if I'll be adding some extra things to it. But yeah, it should be a lot of fun. So consider supporting the Patreon because we're making some cool shit with it. And I'm really excited of all the things that we've been working on. You can also join the Discord between sessions and, well, I totally didn't type that right. Oh my God, help me. Discord. If this is your first time watching an IO campaign, welcome. We have a YouTube channel as well, youtube.com/World of IO. This session should be up on the YouTube channel this Saturday, ? Yeah, it should be on this Saturday. So it'll be good stuff. So yeah, please support YouTube. You can subscribe there. Honestly, I say watch the sessions on YouTube because the ads only play every 20 minutes or so. So it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of cool things. I just want to make some cool shit and some high quality cool shit that you guys can enjoy. I don't want to half-ass this. You know what I mean? I want this to be high quality cool shit. You know what I mean? That you guys can adore and enjoy because I'm passionate about this shit. You know what I mean? I'm passionate about this shit. So before we wrap up, I'm gonna go ahead and thank some subscribers. And while I'm thanking some subscribers, I'm gonna play some ads because fuck it. Why not? So let me go and thank some subs. I'm gonna play the ad button and then we're gonna, I don't know. What are we gonna do? You guys can, I don't know, go wherever you want, you know? Sky's the limit. Do your thing. Okie dokie. So let's see what we got here. Team Riptide, thank you for the Prime sub. Delante, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 8 months. Darkonius, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 14 months. Bloody Bathtub, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the Wreck Pack. SummersSalt, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 17 months. Totori Bruto, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 54 months. Mountain Dreams, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 54 months. Karate Waffle, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 6 months. Country Road, let's go. It's a me, Mario. Oh, Mads, thank you for the tier 3 sub for 13 months. Hot damn. Really do appreciate that. Kermit95, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Joe, thanks for the raid. Gare Bear Glare, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Dr. Squirtle, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Spiral Phoenix, thank you for the 100 bits cheered. And for a resubscribe for the tier 1 sub for a full year. Happy year anniversary. Thank you so much for that. Raybo 007, thank you for the Prime sub for 6 months. Stick to Chaos, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 10 months. Jet X00, thank you for tier 1 sub for 25 months. Generic account. Thank you for the bits cheered. Yeah, so guys, thank you again for watching. I appreciate y'all very, 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 very much. There are no pipe dreamers today. We are missing a player. So we are unable to do pipe dreamers today, but we will be back next week for pipe dreamers. Next week will be full D&D again. Next time I'm streaming will be Saturday. 2 p.m. EST, we're going to be playing more Elden Ring. I think we're approaching the end, but who the frick knows? Who the frick knows, you know? But I feel like we're going to approach the end. I feel like we're approaching the end. Yes, maybe, hopefully. I don't know. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all very, very much. Thank you for all that you've done, and yeah, I will see you guys the next time Have yourselves a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.